So here is a question for motion in a straight line with constant acceleration, but this requires comparison between the two different scenarios, which means it will be better if we solve this question in terms of symbols and then plug in the numbers based on the scenario to get the answer. So let's get started, which means the question says the particle starts from rest, okay, with constant acceleration, right? So let's say that acceleration is A. After traveling a distance d, right? So it is starting from rest. So because the motion of constant acceleration, we write our usual thing, u v s a t, right? So a starting from rest, which means u is equal to 0. After traveling a distance d, says the s is equal to d, my velocity is given to be v. So three things are given now, u, v, and s, that is given in the question, right? U is 0, distance d, and the speed is v. So what was the speed when the particle has traveled a distance d2 is what we have to find out. So what we are going to do is that we are going to find the equation which relates to the distance, right? And see how we can compute that with the acceleration, okay? So first thing first, we want to see they are not talking about time, right? So we are going to use an equation which does not have time. And there's only one equation which does not have time, right? So it's v square is equal to u square plus 2as, right? So out of the 5 equations, we only have one equation which does not have time in there, right? Now u is equal to 0. So my 2 into a is what we have to find out. And s is d. And this is v square, okay? So my d is going to be v square divided by 2a. Okay, so we have to find what is the speed, right? So we need to find v as a function of d. So I'm going to take it on this side. D 2dA is going to be v square. So the v is going to be equal to root under 2dA. Okay, so now instead of d distance, if it travels a distance d by 2 with the same acceleration, what will happen? So we are going to plug that. The v in the case number 2 is going to be 2 d by 2 into a. So everything remains same. Basically, we get root under 2dA divided by root 2, which means my velocity when it has traveled a distance d2 is going to be equal to root 2dA is equal to v is going to be v by root 2. Can you see this, what we have done? What we have done is that because they ask us to find the speed or the velocity, right? We have written the velocity in terms of distance as a variable, right, over here, and we simply substituted for velocity v2, which they are supposed to find us, by d by 2, and then substituted back the original velocity, which is v. So our answer is going to be v by root